The rise, fall, and comeback of Johnny Depp. Some stars shine the brightest in the darkest nights. This is the story of a man who lived through fame, fortune, heartbreak, and redemption. A man who became a legend, not just on screen, but in life. This is the story of Johnny Depp. The small town of Owensboro, Kentucky, was where it all began. Johnny Depp was born into a family that struggled to make ends meet. His childhood was far from glamorous, moving from place to place, watching his parents' marriage fall apart, and finding solace in music. Music was his first love. As a teenager, he picked up a guitar and dreamed of becoming a rock star. But dreams often come with detours. By the time he was 15, Depp had dropped out of school, hoping to pursue a music career. His band, The Kids, gained some traction, and he moved to Los Angeles with high hopes. But the city of dreams can be cruel. The gigs weren't enough to survive, and soon, reality hit hard. He sold pens over the phone just to get by, questioning if he had made the right choice. One day, fate intervened. A friend introduced him to actor Nicolas Cage, who saw something in Depp, a raw, untamed charisma. He suggested he try acting. Depp hesitated, but went for an audition. That one decision changed everything. His first break came in 1984 with Wes Craven's horror classic, A Nightmare on Elm Street. He wasn't the star, but his presence was unforgettable. More roles followed, but he didn't want to be just another Hollywood heartthrob. He wanted depth. He wanted meaning. His big moment came with 21 Jump Street. The TV show made him a teenage idol overnight. Fans screamed his name. Posters of him flooded walls, but he despised it. He didn't want to be a pretty face. He wanted to act. So he made a bold move. He walked away from the show at its peak, risking everything to chase serious roles. Then came Tim Burton, a director as unconventional as Depp himself. Their collaboration began with Edward Scissorhands, a role that allowed Depp to showcase the depth and emotion he had craved. The film was a hit, and a new Hollywood outsider was born. The partnership with Burton continued with Ed Wood, Sleepy Hollow, Corpse Bride, and more. Depp had finally carved out his own space in the industry, one where he could be truly himself. But his most iconic role was yet to come. In 2003, Disney executives were skeptical about his portrayal of Captain Jack Sparrow. They said he was too weird, too eccentric, too unpredictable. But Depp didn't care. He had a vision for the character, inspired by rock stars like Keith Richards. The result? Pirates of the Caribbean became a global phenomenon, and Captain Jack Sparrow became one of the most beloved characters in cinematic history. Depp was now one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood, but with great success comes great pressure, and sometimes the spotlight can burn. Johnny Depp's life behind the scenes was far from the adventure-filled tales he portrayed on screen. Personal struggles, substance abuse, and failed relationships started making headlines. Then came the lawsuit that shook Hollywood. Accusations, court battles, and a media frenzy turned his life into a public spectacle. Suddenly, he wasn't Captain Jack Sparrow anymore. He was a villain in the eyes of the industry. Disney distanced itself. Film offers dwindled. The world that once worshipped him now seemed to turn its back. But Depp wasn't done. Amidst the chaos, he stood his ground. He fought back. He told his story, not through tabloids, but in court, in interviews, and through the unwavering support of his loyal fans. And the truth began to unfold. Slowly, the tides turned. Hollywood, once eager to erase him, started to remember who Johnny Depp really was. In 2023, he made a triumphant return to the Cannes Film Festival with Jean de Barry, greeted with a standing ovation. He wasn't just back, he was stronger, wiser, and freer than ever before. Today, Johnny Depp is more than just an actor. He is a survivor. He is proof that resilience can outshine even the darkest shadows. He reminded the world that real legends don't just play heroes on screen. They fight their battles in real life and come back stronger